Hello everyone, I'm back again, and for this Saturday we will be talking about Pareto Principle, or also known as the 80-20. Pareto Principle states that 80% of the results come from the 20% of effort. So this cause-effect relationship was observed by Mr. Vilfredo Pareto, who lived in Italy during his time. He observed that 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the citizen. Another observation he had is that 80% of his peas came from 20% of his pea plant. There's a book written by Richard Koch, which is titled 80-20 Principle, wherein he emphasized that by following, or not really following, but keeping in mind the relationship of 80-20, we can have more from less. And I think in this time where we want to do many things, it's very important to focus our attention to, or our effort to, the 20% that only us can do if we are working on a team, or 20% in our lives that really matter. So later on we will go through why is it important, how are we going to apply this in our daily life, and for time management. Few examples for the 80-20 relationship is, if naadaw kay 10 shoes, most likely you will only wear 2 pairs. So muna siya mga balik-balikan nga suoton, which I kinda relate sa, if you're a student, then only 20% of a certain topic ang mogawas during examination. So by knowing which area to focus on, then we can have more from less effort. Why is Pareto Principle important? Again, being able to identify the 20% of a certain task which will contribute to the 80% of the result makes you work smart, not hard. Let's say you're a supervisor, don't do tasks that the junior can do as well. It's not being tapulan. I mean, na may job description, but we want to be more productive by, even though you have a lot of lists in a day, say you have 10 things to do, though some of it are not very important. What we can do is have a daily highlight wherein we have one important thing to do in a day to make it a win. Example, for today, my daily highlight is to record this video. So if I'm able to do it, then I would say that today is a good day or a win day. Yay! Second reason why it's important is it free up time to spend on what really matters. Example, you are working on a 5-hour project. Estimate time sa para mahuman ang isa ka project. If you know where you are good at, you focus on that, and then the rest i-divide na lang sa ubang team member kung asa sad sila maayo, at then mas dali ang inyong time in completing the task, which at the end of the day you can go home early and spend time more on your family. If you are doing business, if you know which type of client or customer contributes to your sales, imuhang resources, mas imuha siyang i-focus ana nga target market. Because why would you spend so much on things nga dili kayo na ay return of investments? On a daily basis, how going to apply this 80-20 principle work? Focus on the things that only you can do. Second, finance. Going back to the shoe example, where if you know that 20% ra sa imuhang shoes ang imuhang gamiton per May, if conscious ka ana nga observation by Pareto, mas magduha-duha ka, umupalit ba ka or day. If you're saving up for something, then if you know that the shoes you're wearing now, probably you would wear it for the next 3 months or 4 months, then why would you spend the money? Lifestyle. If you have say 10 friends nga imuhang mamingle every week. And then if you want to be better, then you identify which friends have the same value or goal. Spend more time to those kind of people. Mas ma-develop ka sa imuhang ganahan buhaton. If ganahan ka nga mas mo focus sa imuhang health, then identify those friends nga health conscious. Then spend more time with, it's not bad spending time with different kinds of people, but if you have a certain goal or you want to be productive on something, then you have to identify the people that will help you reach whatever task you want to be done. Time management. If you have a project that you have to finish in one day, if you are going to apply this Pareto Principle, imuhang i-list down the things nga imuhang kailangan buhatan. Example, you do research, make an outline, finalize ang imuhang ideas, and then you find ways on how to cut the steps. Or if you have prior knowledge in that certain project, then instead of doing research for 2 hours, since na naman kay prior knowledge, so imuha na lang i-less imuhang effort ana. Then if you know your daily highlight, you will spend time completing it rather than completing those kanang mga gagmay-gagmay lang na task on our to-do list. Though it's tempting to start with those kanang sayunra, but try to focus first on the 20% of the task which will affect your day more. Reminders, though most people would agree of the Pareto Principle, there are a few things to remember about this principle. 1. Pareto Principle is merely an observation, not a law. Although broadly applied, it does not apply to every scenario. It doesn't really mean nga because the principle is called 80-20, the ruling would stick to that. The units being measured are certain to this number. Pwede ka mayon nga 25% of this effort kay mo result ani, or 30% of my shoes kay akong gamiton. Second is they must have connection. For you to measure the cause and cause effect, they must have a relationship para ma-measure nimo if this effort really has more result than this effort number 2. So that's it for this Saturday sharing. I hope you learned something that you can apply on daily basis. May it be on figuring out how to spend more time with your family, or on how to be more productive in a day. I hope this Pareto Principle brings guidance on how we deal life on a daily basis.